Ben Silk Sports back with another video. And today, I'm going to be predicting next 10 NBA championships. And let's get started off with 2027. Made this list a few days ago. So I got the Spurs and the Hornets, but change that up because LaMelo just left. So I don't think they're going to make the championship this year. Have them later in the list as well. I think they do win that one, but we'll get to that later in the list. But we got the Spurs. I think we're placing the Hornets instead of the Hornets. Give it to the Magic. I feel like the Magic are a young team. They played amazing last year, and they're gonna have an amazing season. The Orlando Magic, I think they get a high seed, maybe even 1 or 2. Like, this team has gotten so good. And you got Magano and just that entire team. Just a solid team, plays great together. And I think, Magic are going to be able to make it to the finals. But that doesn't matter because I have the Spurs winning it. Have them beating the Hornets in 6. I think they beat the Magic in 4 games. I think the Spurs are going to come in there hungry from last year, coming up short, and I think they easily find a way to get it done. I think the Spurs are going to be your 2027 NBA champions over the Orlando Magic. Then, go to 2028, where we got the Boston Celtics heading back. They take on Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, alright. Yeah, Cooper Flag, he's pretty damn good. That Mavs team is deep. I think they're going to go on a run in a couple years. And I think, 2028 will be the year where they will take on the Celtics in the finals. And I think they are going to be able to make it, have a great one to the finals, but they're not going to be able to compete against the Celtics. The Celtics, this will be a year after all the Brown stuff went down and stuff. I think they'll be back on par, back to their elite level, and I think the Celtics are going to grab a championship. I think it will be 5 games like it was last time, having Tatum, Brown back. I think we'll get new weapons. By then, hopefully we'll have a big man, and we're a winning team. We're coached to be a winning team. We have a winning system, winning franchise, organization. I think the Celtics do get it done. And I think it'll be two more years. I think 2028 they'll get it done, win the championship over the Mavericks. Then in 2029, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think it will be the year they finally make it, and they're going to take on the Atlanta Hawks. This team is so young, and they have so much future ahead of them. And I think they're going to get some pretty good players as time goes on as well. I think they trade for a big stud next few years. I don't know who, maybe, obviously not Ant Edwards since playing the Timberwolves, but, a Maxey or something. And I think he's going to, whoever that is going to be just even better. Similar how Brunson was for the Knicks. However, I don't think the Hawks are going to get it done. Maybe they have a 2-0 lead. I think they do have a 2-0 lead. They're going to blow it. I think Timberwolves take it in 6. Atlanta fashion. You blow a lead. This time it's going to be a 2-0 lead against the Timberwolves. And I think the Timberwolves will win the 2029 NBA championship with Ant Edwards, LaMelo Ball, and that squad gets it done. Now you look at 2030. I got the 76ers taking on the Phoenix Suns. 2 teams that are going to have to do a bit of rebuilding, but I think in a few years they're going to be up there. They are going to be up there. And both these teams are heading into the right direction. Maxey is turning into a stud. So, obviously, I don't have Maxey go to the Hawks, but I'm just saying someone like him. But, Maxey, I think he's going to be solid on the Sixers. Whoever they got, Edgecombe, and they got to steal the draft. this Sixers team is just going up. And I think 2030 is the year they're going to break through, win the championship. I think the Suns get a stud, go aside to Booker, and they go on a run. A great team that will be put together with help of that Durant trade. But I think at the end of the day, the Sixers will go on a run. I think they go on a run a lot like what the Knicks did this season. I think they just have to show up in the playoffs. They look different from the regular season. They'll be like the 4th or 5th seed in the playoffs. They just show up in the playoffs and are just a completely different team. Of course, Embiid will be gone by then, so I think they'll have the team's going to be centered around like Edgecombe and Maxey. And I do think Sixers are going to find a way to get it done. I'm going to give it 6 games, and the 76ers are going to be your 2030 NBA champs for you all the Sixers fans back at Rowan. But you guys will finally get your championship in 2030. Don't worry, Celtics are going to be winning multiple times before and after that, but Sixers will get another championship, I believe. The 4th championship. This one will be against the Suns in 2030. Then, you got 2031. You got the Charlotte Hornets, led by Khan. I think this team will get better over the years. I think they'll take on the Spurs. And I think Khan Knippel and that Hornets squad, whoever they got in the future, they'll have another superstar or something as well. I think that's the year the Hornets go through, and that's the year the Hornets are going to take it. Hornets going to win the 2031 championship over the San Antonio Spurs. Give it 7 games, though. I think it's going to be a very exciting series. Potentially, like the Spurs go up 3-1, and then the Hornets win 3 in a row to win. I could see that happening, but it's going to be a very exciting series. I think the best one we see since Pacers Thunder series just last year. Goes to 7, and I think the Hornets take it, led by Khan Knippel, future star of the NBA. Then in 2032, you got the Boston Celtics. They are going to be taking on the OKC Thunder. It took them a few years for the OKC Thunder. They are back. However, Thunder are older, and at the end of the day, Celtics are going to they'll still have Tatum. Probably have either Tatum and Brown. I think they'll get a few new weapons, though, and they're going to be a young, star-studded team at that point as well. I think they're going to grab another championship here, and I think they'll do it in 6 games. And the Celtics get it on done, maybe cementing mini dynasty over 12 years, but I think the Celtics get it on done once again in 2032. Boston Celtics are your 2032 champions. I think they won't have much changes. Mazzulla will still be there, and he knows how to build winning teams. I think that continues, and the Celtics win another one. Then in 2033, you got the Spurs and the Heat. Obviously, Giannis is probably towards the end of his career or gone, but I think the Heat are a winning franchise. They're going to find a way to get back to championship, get the players, and I think they go on a run this year. And I think, the Heat, they'll take on the Spurs, and it's going to be another good series that goes to 7 games. But I think this time in 7 games, the Spurs are going to prevail, and I think San Antonio finds a way to get it on done against the Heat. It's going to be another great series, but Wemby is going to show up and finally get that second and awaited championship for him. Then in 2034, you got the Spurs going back to the championship, this time taking on the 76ers. And I think the Spurs, this one's going to be their series. They're going to have a coming out party like they did against the Hornets. I think the Sixers play them tough. Sixers obviously haven't won in 5 years. They want to get another one. But I do think it's going to be the Spurs who get this one. Give it 5 games. I think the Sixers will grab game 3 or something. But I think the Spurs are going to get it done and go back to back. Then you got 2035, where I got the Utah Jazz and the 76ers. 76ers will make it back to the finals for the second year straight. And will this be their year? No. I think the Jazz, they're a young team, right now. I think they're going to have high draft picks for years to come. Or who knows what the new, rule. But I think they're going to get good players as these years go on. And I think they're finally going to build a team to go to the championship. Not only go to the championship, but I think they're going to win the championship. And it's going to take them 6 games, but they're going to get it done over the 76ers. 76ers are going to lose 2 straight. Utah Jazz are going to be the champions. And then you have, in 2036, the Atlanta Hawks. They take on the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flag versus whoever is on the Hawks at that point. But the Hawks are a winning culture. I think they're going to be able to fight all the way back and go on to the finals. This series is going to be a good one. I think it goes to 7 games. And going to be a back-and-forth series. And I do think it is going to be Cooper Flag and that Mavs squad who gets it done in 7 games. It's going to be another great 7-game series. But Cooper Flag is going to show up at the end, show why he was a previous number 1 draft pick. And I think Cooper Flag gets it done, wins his first NBA championship. It'll take him 10 years, but he'll get it done. But that's going to do it for this one. I want you guys to let me know what you think of my list. Do you have any predictions? What are your next 10 NBA championship prediction list? And yeah. Let me know what you think. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I'm Ben Silk. Thank you for listening. See you next time.